Reilly here. Welcome to the No Spin News, Thursday, October 26, 2023. Stand up for your country. And that's not an easy thing to do on days like this. When some maniac in Maine, one of my favorite states, goes out and murders 18 people, maybe more, for no reason. Guy's mentally ill, and he's got a firearm, and he just goes in and shoots people dead. And then you have the wail of the progressive left and then the conservative right. I'm going to sort through this once again in a very calm, factual way a little bit later in the broadcast. But first, a talking points memo moving out of the progressive states. 3 vivid examples. State of California, number 1, beautiful state. I mean, from top to bottom, the Oregon border down to San Diego, the state is just, every county is different. I've been to every county, and it's just fabulous. But it's a terrible place to live because the progressives control the entire state. There isn't any, even moderate Republican presence in Sacramento. A few counties, but Sacramento dictates. So what is the result of this? Well, we went to the U.S. Census Bureau, okay? These stats are in stone. California, 2010 to 2020, it's the latest stats. 7.5 million people moved out of the Golden State. The outflow, 23% more than the inflow. The population right now is 39 million and sinking. All right, that's California. New York State, where I am right now, 210 to 220. Almost 5 million people moved out of New York State. Net loss, more than 1.5 million residents, most of them taxpayers. Current population, almost 20 million, dropping quickly. In the next 10 years, we'll see the population of New York State down to 17 million. Okay? Illinois, 10 to 20, 1.35 million people out, 68% more outflow than inflow. That's an incredible stat. Current population, 12.5, again, dropping quickly. Now, there are 2 reasons for this. Number 1, and the most important, is that all 3 states are run by far left governors and legislatures. All 3, California, New York, Illinois. The primary belief in that crew is income redistribution. Okay? Taking from the working people and the wealthy people and giving it to the have-nots. One vivid example. You hear an outcry about giving houses to the homeless, right? That's a big, big progressive thing. Giving houses to the homeless. Most of the homeless are substance abusers. Most of them. Maybe 80% of them. So we're supposed to, the hardworking people, take our tax dollars and buy drug addicts and alcoholics houses. Think about it. Think about how insane that is. So you are irresponsible, self-destructive, you are ruining your life and other lives, and we're going to give you a house at taxpayer expense. That is progressive governance, okay? All right, so income redistribution means welfare, payment after payment after payment, kid care, food, you name it. Astronomical cost. And you have to tax the workers to get the money. So the worker going, I want a little more take-home pay. Okay, because housing in California and New York is high. I can't afford to buy a house, yet the drug addict is getting a free house. Does this make sense? I hope so. The second thing is quality of life. We in New York are the highest tax state. Is quality of life improved? No, it's drastically declined. Our roads are a mess. You can't get anywhere in the New York City area. It's just clogged every single day. There's no rush hour. It's dawn to dusk, clogged. And the roads are falling apart. Quality of life in New York City? Are you kidding? You can't even walk your kid to school without the kids seeing all kinds of depravity. You can't even get to work and home on the subway without feeling threatened. Quality of life? So you pay and pay and pay and pay and pay, and you get nothing. So millions of Americans are going, enough. I'm going down to the lower tax states that have better quality of life. And there are a lot of them. Okay? And that's what's happening. This is simple supply and demand. All right? The supply of people in the liberal states is declining drastically because the people are demanding a decent quality of life. I had to get my car, and this is just one in a million. I had to get an emissions inspection yesterday. New York's one of the few states that has a mandatory emissions. It's a racket. $40. All right, so the state just put it in addition to getting your car inspected to be on the road, it's another $60 or $70. It's $40 to this. And then every time you turn around is another tax. Now they have cameras, all right, in New York, and they have dropped the speed limit to an absurd level. You can ride a bike faster. And they're watching if you go, it's 25 miles an hour, if you can believe this. If you go 32, it's $100. They're stealing money because they have so many bills to pay for the progressive entitlement culture, the income redistribution culture. So anyway, that is what's happening in America. Media will not report it because the media loves income redistribution. They love it because they're progressives. Oh, everybody should be the same. So we'll wipe out any kind of chance for working people to move up, as I did. We'll make that almost impossible. And then we'll give, not going to work for it. If you're in some places, most places, the legislation to give people housing doesn't include drug testing. So you can be a heroin addict and here's your house. Here, just sign here is the deed. It's just insane. And that's a memo. All right, President Biden scheduled and did nothing, recovering from his big party, 300 people, White House last night. Australian Prime Minister and his girlfriend, everybody had a good time. They kept the guest list secret. We ferreted it out. Here's the most interesting 5 that showed up at this party. Hunter Biden did not show up. Fatima Graves. Okay, Fatima, not with her husband, Matthew Graves, the U.S. attorney in D.C. who refused to cooperate in Hunter Biden. Nope, but Fatima did. That means 29 visits to the White House for Fatima that I know of. Jeffrey Katzenberg, see him? Jeffrey is the money man behind Biden, running Biden's reelection campaign. John Kerry, he is the climate change czar who travels the world in a private jet. Alejandro Mayorkas, the Homeland Security chief, who says the border is secure. And Andrea Mitchell, NBC News correspondent since the Civil War. Why is Andrea Mitchell there? I didn't see any other journalists on the 300-page invite list. Why is she there? All right, you can make your own conclusion to that. All right, so I wasn't invited. I'll never be invited to anything, but I've been to the what? Barack Obama used to invite me to a lot of stuff. Okay, and you know, we had a good rapport. Not Biden. Okay, secret visit. I say secret because the media, I don't think they know, but they don't really care. This is an unbelievably important story. So, the director of Chinese Communist Party Central Committee is a man named Wang Yi. There's Wang, 70 years old. He is Xi's best friend. Xi runs the country. Xi is the dictator. Wang Yi is his best friend. He's in Washington, meeting with Blinken, the Secretary of State, and Sullivan, the National Security Advisor. And tomorrow he's going to meet with Joe Biden, the president of the United States. Believe me, they're not going to have a joint press conference. I could be wrong, but I'd be stunned. Now, why is Wang Yi here? The Chinese say because Blinken went to China, but that's not the reason. All right? They snuck Yi in, and believe me, they don't want any publicity about this. The Chinese communists don't. Because she doesn't know whether he should go to the big economic summit in San Francisco in mid-November. Now, it's ironic that the economic summit is being held in San Francisco with all of this squalor dominating the city. But what will happen is that all these homeless people and drug addicts running around, defecating and urinating in the streets, somehow they're going to magically disappear. Where do you see what happens? Because all the Chinese press, such as it is, needs to see is that. And they'll send that. They already have them, but you know what I'm talking about. So anyway, Biden wants Xi at that summit. And that's a good thing. Because China's economy is not doing well, just like our economy. You check the stock market in the last 3 months. Ooh, okay, it's bad. And that's because of Biden. The uncertainty surrounding him. He's so bad a president. And people don't know. The market doesn't know where the politics are going to go. That's why the market's going down. So anyway, I don't think she's going to go to San Francisco, but I could be wrong because the Chinese economy is very soft. And the more that the Chinese communists cooperate with the United States, the better it is for them economically. That's what this is all about. Recently, I saw a video of Chuck Norris, my pal, and I couldn't believe it. He's 83, still kicking, punching, looking great. I had to know what his secret was. So, his secret is not some crazy exercise thing. He started taking a few really powerful supplements, and he says that has him feeling better today than he has in years. These ingredients work so well, he put them all together in a drink he calls Morning Kick. It combines all 10 of Chuck Norris's favorite supplements into one daily drink. It's got probiotics, prebiotics, superfoods, and several of the most powerful supplements on earth. Tastes like strawberry lemonade. Morning Kick helps increase energy, boosts digestion, helps you think more clearly, and I need that. Everyone's results are unique, so results will be different for different people. If you want to try it yourself, head over to Chuck's website, mymorningkick.com/first. That's mymorningkick.com/first. All individuals are unique. As such, your results can and will vary. Okay, let's go to the mail. Larry Cassiano, Syracuse, New York. Any chance the Palestinians will form a resistance to fight Hamas? No. Palestinian people don't have anything. All right, they've been exploited for 50 years, 70 years. Hamas has all the guns, and they live under a dictatorship. Anybody resisting can get the head chopped off. Susie Talbert, Fayetteville, Georgia. Bill, I fear you missed the real reason McCarthy got booted from the speakership. He promised to finish all appropriations bills before the deadline. Not only did he not do that, he permitted a 5-week vacation. Okay, look, you can find things that McCarthy did wrong. But the fact is, out of 221 Republican members of the House, 8 were responsible for his getting fired. No. If he was that bad, it would have been a lot more than 8. Mike Johnson, Atlanta, Georgia. I'm trying to be better, but if I had a friend that supported an open border, I don't know if I continue being friends with that person. I understand. Depends how valuable a person's friendship is. If the person is great in every other issue, then you just say, I have my opinion, you have yours, and we'll talk about the Mets. Does anybody talk about the Mets? Or anything else? But if the person's a marginal it's annoying. The extreme positions are annoying. Christopher Schroeder of Emiliana, Ohio. I was researching some healthy food recipes, and I am a type 2 diabetic, and I came across eatingwell.com. Christopher, I took it. It was in Smart Life, and I wanted to give you credit. If you have Smart Life tips, send them to me like Chris did. Very important. Paula Kelly, Staten Island, New York. How can Trump's lawyers potentially violate attorney-client privilege and, according to plea deals, keep their license? Look, attorney-client privilege doesn't exist if the attorney finds him or herself in the middle of a criminal investigation. They've got to tell the truth to the law enforcement authorities. So you can't be an attorney and hide a crime that you know is going on and say, oh, I have privilege. Nobody has a privilege to hide a crime. You see? It's a line. Gary Ciambatti, Warren, New Jersey. Can the governor of Georgia pardon Donald Trump? No, not in Georgia. They have 6 states, including the Peach State, Georgia, have boards of pardons. Now, Ken can recommend, but the board has to vote and do it, and it's not going to happen in Georgia for Trump. Patricia Larkin, Bettendorf, Iowa. Funny story, I'm a candidate for local school board. Good for you, Patrick. You're a patriot. Been knocking doors in my neighborhood trying to get votes. On one Q&A, I got a person who asked me a question, and I said, I got my news from Bill O'Reilly. And he said, you know what? So do I. I think I got a vote. You did, Patrick. Good. If you cite me, it's kind of a double-edged sword because there are people who hate me. But I'll give you the ammo you need to back up any position. And if you're a premium or concierge member to BillO'Reilly.com, you get a transcript. So if there's an issue that means a lot to you, all you got to do is alert my staff and Zoom. We'll send it right to you. Dwayne Catalano, Mosca, Colorado. I don't know where Mosca is. I've been to pretty much every county in Colorado. Can you explain, Bill, why the Jewish people are disliked? I've done this and done this and done this and done this. I know you can't watch every show, Dwayne, but it goes back all the way to the crucifixion of Jesus and the Sanhedrin, the Jewish authorities in Jerusalem, that wanted that, even though the Romans did it. Okay. And then in the Dark and Middle Ages in Europe, Christians were not allowed to loan money. That was a sin called simony. But Jews in their religion are allowed to loan money. Resentment against Jews for holding more wealth developed some anti-Semitism. The combination of the two over what? 2,000-year period? That's the origin of it. Donna, there's a new sheriff in town. His name is Mike Johnson. Thank you, Matt Gaetz, for having the courage to stand up and call for a vote to vacate. Okay. Look, we'll see how Johnson does. Eugene, in Oregon, the kids are not required to have basic knowledge of math, science, and English in order to graduate high school, so employers would be a good idea to scrutinize applicants from Oregon. We reported this story yesterday. Oregon going to vie for the lowest academic standards of any state now. There you go. When I hire young people, I look at their education background. And I hire a lot of them. A lot of my staff is younger. And we train them like Navy SEALs. And, they either sink or swim. But I do look at the education deal. BillO'Reilly.com. If you want signed copies of Killing the Witches, please get the orders in now for the holidays. And I will sign as many as I can. If you're a premium or concierge member, if you sign up or re-up, you get Killing the Witches or any other killing book free. Okay? 2 days for the Fall Madness Bundle. Killing Legends, Killing Killers, any mug of your choice, $42.95. Excellent deal. Word of the day, do not be inert. I-N-E-R-T, inert. We'll be right back with Halloween in a moment. You have helped support MyPillow and their employees in these very tough economic times. Mike Lindell knows that and continues to give back with deals on his most popular products. And now there's great news. The MyPillow 6-pack bath towel sets are back in stock. Their proprietary technology makes them absorbent, yet still provides that soft feel you want in a towel. The set comes with 2 bath towels, 2 hand towels, and 2 washcloths. For a limited time, get this 6-pack towel set for only $39.99 when you use the promo code BILL. That's a 50% savings. So please go to mypillow.com or call 800-869-0298. Use promo code BILL to save 50% on the MyPillow 6-pack towel sets. This is just $39.99 for a set. That deal will not last long. Final thought of the day, Halloween Tuesday. Big holiday Halloween weekend. A lot of people watching scary movies. The scariest movie ever is The Exorcist, 1973. I write about it in Killing the Witches, the true story of The Exorcist. 13-year-old boy in Maryland, okay? Anyway, if you're going to watch a horror movie, that's the one to watch or rewatch. Roll the tape. All right, the real boy who was possessed by the devil was named Ronald Hunkler, 13 years old. In the book and movie, they changed it to him to a girl to make it more sympathetic. When you see what we have compiled, Martin Dugard and I, about Ron Hunkler and all the exorcists, there were 8 of them, 3-month ordeal. Psychiatrists, doctors, a lot of them were unbelievers, non-believers. And the reason that we brought this into Killing the Witches is if you are a witch, you are possessed by a demon, the devil. You're in concert with the devil. That exists today. And that's why we use Ron Hunkler. It is simply an astounding story. All right? So, Killing the Witches, best Halloween book ever. And you'll learn a lot about history, your country, and demonic possession. And if you don't believe, this is a good book to read because we documented everything. Thank you very much for watching and listening to the No Spin News. New column on Sunday. We'll see you again on Monday. Thank you for watching the No Spin News. To watch the full episode anytime on BillO'Reilly.com, please sign up to become a premium or concierge member. Visit BillO'Reilly.com to sign up and start watching today.